I'm talking about.
Living it up in the city. Got chucks on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band about that, break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah.
There you go.
Hallelujah. 'Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. 'Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. 'Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Stop. Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it.
Yeah, thanks, ladies. Thank you very much. Good job. Great arm. That was awesome. That was perfect. Wow. Thank you, sir. Good job, Gorilla. Good job. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for the Gorilla? And the lovely Phoenix Suns cheerleaders. That's awesome. Good job. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thanks. Dan.
It's all downhill now. All downhill.
All right, enough of Dan. Let's get the girls back out here. Well, I'm exhausted. That got my heart pumping a little bit.
It's exciting.
Man, the Gorilla's awesome.
Yeah.
He's the best sports mascot. Well, go ahead and leave so you don't get a big head. That's the best sports mascot in any sport, in any league right there. Phoenix Suns Gorilla. Well, Dan, you know how to make an entrance. That's awesome. Is that how you start every meeting you go to?
Nobody will remember me today, so it's good to always have the Gorilla here.
That's all. And you know what I forgot to mention? It was in my notes earlier. Bob, have you got the song queued up? Today is National, this is true, National Smart and Sexy Day. And what that said was, I'm too sexy for my hair, and that's why Dan and I are here together today. That's right.
That's it.
Well, that's awesome. Good to have you here.
Happy to be here.
Dan, your title is Vice President of Sales and Activation for the Phoenix Suns.
Yes.
That's a cool title. What does that mean?
It is. You know, we obviously enjoy our community partners. Crescent Crown is a major partner of ours, and I was invited today by IASIS Healthcare and Tony over there with Mountain Vista Hospital. And we focus on finding marketing partners in the community and helping to make sure that our fans are supporting our biggest partners.
Well, that's great. Well, you know what? You're probably too modest to say this. The Phoenix Suns have been known since their inception, since Jerry Colangelo started this thing, at being a huge giver in the community. And I think if every sports team did what the Suns do, your community outreach is unbelievable.
I appreciate that. Thank you. You know, Jerry instilled, I'm going into my 10th season with the team, but you know, Jerry's always said that, and Robert Sarver believes it too, that we are the community's team and we're here for you guys. So we really appreciate the support and are big fans of Mesa. So we're glad to be here.
Well, it's great to have you. And you know, the Suns don't just talk the talk. A lot of your, like Alvin Adams and Connie Hawkins and all those are former players that are still in the organization. You guys are awesome at what you do with that.
Yeah, Alvin is our Vice President of Facilities. So we have a 6'10" guy walking around checking ceiling fans and making sure the air conditioning's working.
Well, that just makes
You know,
sense
it
right
does.
there.
It does. It does.
That's awesome. So what else is going on with the Suns? How are we going to make the playoffs?
We are 2.5 games out. We need everybody's support. Got a long homestand here right now. We have a great game tonight against the Atlanta Hawks, and we've got a really young team trying to make a big push.
Yeah, we do.
And Phoenix's own Jeff Hornacek is a coach also, so it's been a fun season.
Yeah, it has. Boy, there's a lot of young talent on that team. That Archie Goodwin and some of those guys they got a huge upside. Hope we can just kind of put it together and sneak in. That would be awesome.
I think Coach told me we have the 3rd youngest team in the NBA. And the other 2 teams that are that young are not having near the success that we're having this year. So we're proud of the young guys. We've got a great future.
What's the mission statement? What's the goal? Obviously, every team wants to win the NBA championship every year, but only one team does that. What are the goals for the Suns, not necessarily on the court, but as an organization?
It's a pretty simple mission statement for us. We keep it simple. It's win championships and create sustained success. And then for us, we just want to provide the finest in sports entertainment. So when you come to the game, we want to make sure we realize it's hard-earned money. We're competing with 70-inch, HD television screens in people's homes. And we want to make sure that we provide great entertainment with like the gorilla and the dancers, and we make sure people come down. The thing that we can control is a great time. So we're really focused on customer service.
It'll be a good promotion. You guys are always doing different stuff. Maybe one night where if you show up with a Total Transit mug, you get to just fill your own beers up.
It would be fun.
That would just be And then, of course, you wouldn't drive home. You would have them take you home.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, work on that. Get back to me on that. Boy, the dancers, I mean, how do you make a pitch to these 4 young ladies that, hey, you know what you need to do? You need to get up at 6 o'clock and come to Mesa and dance for a bunch of people. That's just the kind of teamwork you guys have, isn't it?
It is, it is. Again, the East Valley is really important to us. We enjoy our relationship with Mesa, so it was not that hard to ask our dancers and the grill to come out and support.
Well, here's a little comment, not a question. It says, best intro ever. So you've set the bar really high. This is kind of a little trivia thing. A lot of people don't know this. It's a long story, but can you tie it up in a few minutes or seconds? How did the gorilla happen?
So the gorilla happened, kind of organically on its own. So ASU gymnasts started coming to the games, and there's a great ESPN 30 for 30 on kind of the history of the gorilla. Oh, really? But he just started coming to games and kind of creating this personality, and it kind of took to its own, and it became, at the time the franchise just, gravitated towards it, and the rest is history.
And how many years ago was that?
I want to say it was in the 27 years ago in that range.
27 years ago, wow. And he's still, and when you do it, 27 in gorilla years, he's really active.
He's really active.
He's not doing this kind of stuff.
No, he's very active.
He's jumping around.
He's jumping around.
That's awesome. Here we go. Says, can we make this the intro for Mesa Morning Live every week? Actually, Neil, it's every month. Just kidding. Well, that's awesome. Well, so tell us about community outreach. What kind of stuff are you guys? I know Sons Charities is a huge umbrella. What do you guys do with that kind of money?
Sons Charities is, I'm proud to say I'm on the board of directors for Sons Charities, and we are really focused on youth, education, and fitness. Those are kind of our 3 mantras for us, and almost solely dedicated at trying to affect high school dropout rates. So we've really focused our efforts, for the last 2 years at a program at Central High School in downtown Phoenix, where we're, their dropout rates are at such an alarming rate, or were at such an alarming rate, that they actually affect the entire state's dropout rates. So Robert Sarver has really committed our resources to make sure that we're focused on providing teacher salaries at Central High School, the staff volunteers there. We have incentive programs for attendance, that those kids can come out and enjoy games, and then we're doing tons of mentoring, as well as offering some summer jobs and things like that at the arena as well. So we are solely focused on making sure that all kids have a chance to, at a minimum, graduate high school. And then after that, if there are many kids that we can get basketballs in their hands and making sure that they're active, that's a positive for us also.
That's awesome. What trivia question, you personally, top 3 favorite all-time Suns players?
I mean, I happen to really like Eric Bledsoe, a current guy right now. Dan Marley was a great member and a Ring of Honor member also. And who doesn't like Charles Barkley? Right?
That's a good 3.
Yeah.
I figured there was a guy named Nash that used to play here.
Yes. You gotta like Steve Nash also.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. See, that's what's cool about the Suns. Everybody could have their top 3, and there would be a lot of different players because there's been a lot of talent go through.
It is, and also good people.
Yeah.
You know, we really try to focus on making sure that we have good community citizens as players also.
All right, I'm probably out of bounds by saying this, but one thing I've always been proud of the Suns, a lot of times these players tend to get in trouble, and if you notice, they're not with the Suns long. They kind of, they don't get canned the next day, but they make their way out of town. I think that speaks a lot. It's one thing to be proud of the name on the back of the jersey, but one thing, if you're a Suns fan, you can always be proud of the name on the front of the jersey. Yes. So I think that's commendable for you guys.
Appreciate that.
Question here from Sally. What are you working on with Mesa Vista Medical?
Well, that's a good question.
Mountain Vista Medical.
Mountain Vista. So they are our official healthcare and hospital partner of the Phoenix Suns. Where do we start? We are working on a number of different things with them. We have a focus in supporting all things sports medicine. So our fans are really focused on collaboration projects with their orthopedic groups around town. And, you know, we are fully focused, you know, in a long 10-year vision to make sure that we have a collaborative partnership focused on healthcare for our fan base. And we're going to start with actually building a healthcare facility adjacent to the arena. So there'll be a 28,000 square foot multi-purpose specialty clinic adjacent to the arena that'll serve downtown Phoenix. And with light rail right there, it'll serve all the way up to Mesa as well. So we're excited about our partnership with IASIS Healthcare and Mountain Vista, which is Mesa's own hospital.
That's great. Great. Yeah, there you go. Where are you from originally, Dan?
I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, wow.
So, yes.
Well, you escaped to the warm weather.
I escaped to the warm weather.
Well, and it says here you're one of 6 siblings.
I am.
Wow. So you guys had your own team.
We did. We did. We did.
That's very cool. Well, how long have you been in the Valley?
I've been in the Valley since '99.
Oh, well, welcome. So. You've kind of got a dream job. I think if, when you were growing up, were you did you know you wanted to be in the professional sports business?
I love sports. I never dreamed of actually working in sports. I played sports all the way through. And, you know, I can tell you it's emotional being part of a team. You have the ups and downs, and you can't hide when the team's not doing well, and people always have questions about it. But that's part of having fans. And I'm pretty proud to be able to work for an organization that puts its best foot forward both on the court and off the court.
Well, that's very cool. And we appreciate you coming in. And do you have a car?
I do have a car.
Does it ever get dirty?
It definitely gets dirty.
Well, for being our guest here today, courtesy of Cobblestone Auto Spa, and there's cobblestones all around the valley, so I don't know where you live, but there's a $100 detail gift card.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you. Thank you.
And to get your money's worth, what a lot of people don't know, they will vacuum and do all that kind of stuff. So take the gorilla with you, and they will actually bathe and vacuum the gorilla.
That's a great idea. I love it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, your hometown Phoenix Suns, one of the guys that makes them work, and he was our guest today. Thank you very much, Mr. Dan Costello.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by.